Okay, we're back. Well, Lone Wi-Fi locked up again. So what I did is I hurried up as fast as I could, and I booted up the AS Rock and started up it. You know, it's already ready to go. When a backup stream, all I had to do is boot it up and get into OBS Studio, and it picked right back up. I kind of figured, since, you know, this time I didn't hard shut down the machine, so I thought I would try getting on the, yeah, let me go ahead and get, because what happens when I use this thing is it'll freeze up. So make sure my sound is working. I should be on the wireless mic over here. Yeah. So so what I thought I would do is get the backup stream going. At least I should be able to run it for a while before it acts up. It just keeps on streaming. I don't know how long it would, though. It keeps on streaming, but it doesn't. But the OBS Studio window gets where it won't respond. Okay, so so I'm using the camera. This is the Lenovo i5, and it's still locked up. Mouse just froze, and I just happened to, you know, I was getting ready to. I was thinking about starting another copy. I ain't gonna do it now, of course, but I minimized the file operations, you know, the copy dialog, to look at everything else, and then the mouse froze up. So what's wrong with networking in Fedora 28? It is overwhelming the machine. It's not overwhelming the network and killing my stream. It is locking up my machine. Now, I don't know if I hadn't tried it before I installed some of this recent stuff that's kind of giving boot errors. I need to get in there and figure this out. There's 3 boot errors that, I mean, maybe one of them is causing this to happen. One of them I keep forgetting about that could be a real potential problem is that it looks to me like the swap drive is not mounting. The swap partition is not mounting properly. And you can, I've always known, you know, like they used to say, like Debane, I think is the one that would do it. If you were installing on a small hard drive, it would say in the Anaconda, I think it uses Anaconda too, but anyway, in the installer, it would say, okay, you don't have very much space. You could go without a swap drive. Do you want to do that, you know? And usually I would just, always thought they were pretty important, especially on a slow machine, to keep your machine running good. And so I always did it. I think maybe once or twice I might have tried it without one. But you should be noticing a slower machine, you know, if you do that. So it's locked up. And there's no point in waiting any longer for it to try to come back. It doesn't respond to the keyboard like if I hit Alt-Tab and stuff. Control-Tab, Alt-Tab, anything, Escape, nothing works. Mouse won't move. So I got to hard shut it down again. So I'll do that. I've got the USB in there. I guess I'll unplug the USB until I need it. Normally I can't find the switch. There it is. Yeah, I mean, the USB does use a good amount of resources, but I haven't been having trouble. I've been able to run it for hours and hours. But I think that's something wrong. I don't think it's got. I don't think it's I don't think I'm giving the machine too much to do. I think there's a bug in the network copying over the network and SSH. So we're booting it back up, and we'll just show it as we go, as long as we can here. If I can see, okay, now I'll call out. I've been thinking I ought to make a video of the boot with I can't do it online, but okay, let's see. It failed to start load kernel modules. C system CTL status system d-modules-load.services for details. I haven't went in there yet and looked at that. And then the next thing is the one that was the top one. Now the one that's going right now, start job is running dev mapper Fedora Lenovo i5 x2 swap root, and it says x2d root and x2d swap dot device. And it'll sit there for a while, and then finally it looks like it gives up. That's the one I'm worried about, that just guessing by gosh, thinking maybe that's could have something to do with why it's logging up when I'm doing a network. I don't know why. I mean, well, doing a copy like that, we might be using a lot of swap. You know, copying large files over, might be using a lot of the swap partition. It'll sit there and it's trying to mount both of them is what I gather out of it. And I just haven't wanted, the noise on the IBM has been driving me nuts. Every time I wake, it doesn't wake me up, but when I wake up or when I'm trying to fall asleep, it's just bugging the heck out of me. Failed, it goes away before I can read it. Then there's another one up in there. ETC multipath does not exist. Blacklisting all devices. You can run sbin /sbin/map MPA/THCONF to create or modify etc multipath.config conf config. And that other part, the rest of that error, see, I don't get it. So I was thinking if I got one of my cameras and set it up, really need it on a tripod where I can see. I can get a 1080p video if I'm not streaming it, if I'm just recording it to the camera or the phone. And if I get it about right here, I don't know, you can probably see where my hands kind of are, right in front of my face. And it can be, I don't know about this, pretty small text on this boot screen. Normally, there's another one after that, usually, I didn't see. Anyway, record that, and then play it back in my live stream, and then it'll be a desktop video, you know, it'll be playing on the desktop, and then maybe it can be read by one and all, and I can pause and actually work through it. I figure if I'm going to have to do it, I might as well do it on the video. But I just hadn't been putting it off because I had, you know, my noise on the IBM is more important right now to me. And then getting moms is, I kept thinking I'd put it off and do moms first, but it looks like maybe I'm going to have to do something. Can't use a machine that keeps crashing. And I mean, if you got, you know, you got 3 problems, is what I gather. Then, you know, you better try to fix them. One of them, the one about I think it's the KMods and ACMods now, the kernel modules. I think it's the KMods and ACMods that got installed with VirtualBox. Now I could probably just uninstall VirtualBox. Haven't even used it yet, although I do like it and I want it to work. I think it's the one that gave you a command to run to maybe fix it. I'm not sure. Oh, I just told you to look in the logs. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this thing up and going again. Get my system resources. It doesn't do you any good. See, I always have this up and going, the system monitor, so that I can close anything that's overwhelming the system. But if the system's completely locked in an instant like that, then you can't get there to use it, you know. And other thing that aggravates me when that kind of thing happens, when you have to hard shut down, I had forgotten, but I remembered real quick because my video, I won't show it right now, but my previous video when I had to do that, it'll play, but it won't fast forward or anything. So let's go ahead and get this OBS going. Normally I do an audio video test through all the cameras and everything before I start, but I'm going to just go ahead and start this. Actually, let's start it on the desktop, and I don't know if I'll have to go stop the ASRock or if it will switch automatically. I can tell by my preview over there. I'll see if it gets to a real sharp desktop of the Lenovo i5, then I'll know. So I'm going to start it. That one was on backup and this one's on primary stream, so it may take over. Oh, I saw my intro screen with my text, and I thought, oh, it did it, but no, that was what I was doing. It's just that much behind. That's what it was doing on the camera. Okay, I think it did. No, it's still just on the camera. It's kind of hard to tell because it's It's a small preview over there on the laptop, and it's kind of blurry. I mean, you can tell, yeah, I can see because it's skewed, it's not square. So, okay, so that's still the camera. Okay, so for me to switch to this one now, I have to go over there and do it. So if I get on the, well, I'll just get on the desktop. It's the regular desktop, and then when I see my preview switch to that Fedora desktop background, I'll know. So now I got to switch on my KVM and go stop the stream on the, let's see if, okay, OBS is still working. So let's hurry up. It might not be messing up anymore. I don't know. I'm going to leave it running though. I guess what I need to do. Okay, I think it's switching over. Yeah, okay, so that worked. I'm wondering if I want to just go ahead and try to. I think I'm going to try starting it up. Yeah, it won't take over. I'll just start it again, and it'll be there. And if I break down again, it will. It'll be ready. Okay. And I'll leave it over there on the system resource screen in case I need to do anything like force OBS to close or something. Okay. It is really nice when you have a backup stream if it's there and ready, but of course if you don't already have it there. Okay, so I should be back to trying to listen to my preview. Okay, so now I'm not going to try another network copy. Let's see. I'll show you what that video does. I'm going to start it. That one was on backup, and this one's on primary stream. So if I try to go forward, it just goes back to the beginning. That one was. That's aggravating. I'm not sure if you uploaded that video to YouTube if it would work or not. Okay, so I think I clicked on the wrong one. This is the one. That was the one I got going right now. Of course, it's not going to go any further. But this one won't either. And see, they normally will. Okay. Let's see. That one won't. I already wrote that. This one should. That's from the other day. Let's see, it'll go fast forward all the way to the very end. Takes a while. If you click way up in the middle, it'll take a good while to catch up to there. It'll just sit there. That was me working on the fan. And so that's what I was talking about. Not to wait for it before I do anything else. Wait for it to catch up. For power supplies. I got boxes. Okay, so that's always fun when that does that. Close this on desktop. Now this time I'm actually going to go to camera 2 so that I can show the server. And let's see. Yeah, I'm using the SM58. I have to really think because on the ASRock I'm using the wireless mic always because it doesn't have the SM58 plugged into it. But on this one, I'm using the, unless I changed it, I'm using the SM58. So I got to go back in here. I mean, I'm just dismayed that this is taking forever to do this. Just crazy. It's a pretty big file, too. These are not problems I've had before. I could just go and download it on the Fedora website. That's what I'll do. I think that'll probably, even though this machine works hard when I do that, that'll be quicker than maybe a bit hard to find. But I was thinking I'd copy it over to my easy to boot stick, you know, but that'll take the time it takes to write it to that. Then I got to write it again over here to the server, That's double time. So yeah, I can just download it to here. I mean, I knew that from the beginning, but I didn't want to do it because this machine works so hard trying to do. Let's go ahead and open up the browser. It can barely do that. I did it on those other ones that are in the folders there, and the time that made it take a long time was the surfing, you know, and waiting for the websites to load and everything, and I'm kind of worried that the machine was going to lock up or something. So let's go over here. I probably want to close Crusader. Verify your download image. Okay. I do want to know if that, what did I want? Okay, I want this server. For the server, i386 server version is what I want. Let's see if that's in that list. Should have went ahead and went to it. Oh, it opened it up in a different program. It opened it up in Conqueror, the default program. Okay. Let's see if we got any any 386 anything in there. Doesn't look to me like, I don't really remember. I see the checksum. It says, you know, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So that's the commands for doing that. Okay. I know this is hard to find. So let's get this opened up in the, no thanks, whatever it is, I'm busy. And I get tired of that stuff. That I'm going to need once I get it downloaded, and it's always hard to find those. So, and I don't want Conqueror open, and I don't want Crusader just because this machine can't handle a lot running. I don't even usually open up the system monitor because it's just too much more for it to do. Where's the new tab button? It's in the wrong place. It should be over here to the right. Okay, now bookmarks. Let's see. I think I should have the bookmarks for that. And I should be able to find them because there's not a whole lot in here. Fedora spins, 28, installation. Oh, that's Fedora magazine. Saw server and clicked on it. Modularity in Fedora 28 server. Yeah, I want to learn some of that. Too fast, too slow. Well, this is one where you can run new and older. Like you might be able to, like say if I love something from Fedora 23 maybe, I could still run it. So I won't get into that right now. You can run the new apps and old apps within it, and I want to learn how to do that, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I'm more interested in learning how to do that for my desktop, even if I have to set up a server and then use it as a desktop. Well, my Fedora 14 is a full-fledged server. I never put it online. I just use it as a testing server. But it also made me be able to transfer files back and forth from it, you know, with SFTP and everything. All that was so easy. All the way, it still worked in Fedora 23. So I'm just, gosh, can't believe none of this stuff is working. I've ran into so many things that won't work right in Fedora 28. I'm seriously thinking about going back to 27. I just keep thinking, well, maybe I just haven't got things set up right, you know. Installation guide. I don't see the download page. Let's go to the installation guide page. Maybe it'll have a quick way to get to. I guess if I'd have paid attention on this thing I had open, maybe I can just do that. Fedora upgrade or install. Verifying the download image. Well, there's all that stuff about verifying the download image. It's actually, which version is it? It's Fedora 21. This is older documentation. I mean, it should still be good, but so, well, let's just see. Instead of closing that, let's see if that, I think that's just going to take me to Fedora docs. Yeah. I don't think it'll get me back to Fedora. Pretty sure it won't. But maybe this will. Let's find out. That's labs. Yeah, that'll at least be in the general area. I should be able to get back to where the server will be. Jam, robotics, scientific. There it is. Get Fedora Server. I think I'll close the bookmarks in case it's making it work more. So if you just click on that, you're going to get the 64-bit. It's almost 3 gigabyte, 2.7 gigabytes. Let's see. Oh yeah, I had to go to the Bit Torrent page to end up getting that one. I remember that now. Didn't show up. I went around and around and around trying to find it. Let's see. Alternative downloads. I think that's it. Took me I swear it seemed like 2 hours to figure that out the other day. Okay. I'm going to put that in that folder. Fedora project. Okay, these are the Bit Torrents, alternative architectures, cloud-based. This is everything. So if you've got, it has a lot to offer of different architectures and different, types. Like, let's go here because I'm starting to remember. This is where I found it. Yeah, this is the Bit Torrent page. Bookmark that. See if we can make that text bigger. Read it. There. Okay, so it's got astronomy, cinnamon, games, jam, everything right here. And okay, this security server. That is 64 server, ARM. DVD, server, DVD, i386. I believe this is the one I'm going to want, but let's look through and make sure. And this is all Fedora 28, the current version. And then if you keep going, you get into beta. I don't want that. And then you go backwards, you go to 27. That's as far back as you go. So you want to make sure, I don't want beta. I think most people would. 64 PPC server S390X. I forgot what kind of. It's a different kind of machine. I forgot what it is. There's another server. SOS Live. That's a different desktop, I think. Workstation. i386. Oh, there's a regular. I don't see how that. Oh, if that's Genome 3, how could it run on an i386? It hasn't ever since they came out with it. Well, it's not. It's not really a 386. I've said that before. They kept using that label, and it's actually like these machines that it will run on are actually 586s, 686s. They're not even. I don't even think this would run on a 486. Well, it would be too many. It would have the resources. But okay, so I'm going to click on the server DVD. It's 2.6 gigabytes. i386. I'm just trying to make darn sure I get the right one. Okay. Boy, that hindsight's 20/20, but boy, well, let's just wait before we. Okay, now I'm gonna say, well, let's see. I don't have transmission on here. kgit. Huh. I guess kgit. Let's just use it. Normally, I'd save the file and then right click and open it with the app that I want. Actually, that's still a good idea. because transmission is what I always use, and it should be on here already. Well, this is the server edition. Maybe let kgit, make a note of that. I probably should have did a screenshot. Well, that just makes the machine run and work harder when you keep making screenshots. And this is a server, and usually I don't, turn it down, turn it off. Okay, so that was fast, of course, because it was just a I'm still going to need that page there, so I'm going to leave that open. And I'll have to click on verified 32-bit. I'll do that right now. That'll take me to the actual oh, okay. There we go. Oh, you have to have this. I need to save that. That's right. Save that page. And I'm just saving them in downloads, so I'll just do that. And then let's go ahead and get the 64-bit ones too while I'm at it. That's what you got to save your checksums. I'm going to replace it. It's already there, but I'm going to replace it. Uh-oh. Don't jack up on me. Just locking up for right now. Surely that's just temporary. This one's a pretty slow machine, so hopefully that's all it is. It's just working hard right now. It's not coming back yet. Let's see if I can get out of that page. Nope. It's locking up. I think it will come back. I don't think the machine is going to lock up like the Lenovo. The Lenovo was pretty bad about that one. It was easy to overwork before I put the new version on there. It was actually really great, but those things that made it start, not doing some errors on boot must have made some bad difference. Sometimes it's easier, as you get a bunch of things that need fixing and a lot of research, sometimes it's easier to reformat than it is to fix them. Oh, come on. I cannot have, even with that thing, when it was acting bad, it used to lock up on me when I was watching videos because I would not, I never had to do that. I never had to reboot, every couple of hours before, ever, with Linux, ever since 2005. I would run it all day, 8, 10, 12, 16 hours or whatever, Well, maybe after 12 hours you might start noticing something. But now, what the heck made this? This is a whole different machine. Why is it locking up? And the OBS Studio has nothing to do with this machine. The camera's pointing at it, but it seems to be too locked up to come back. I was just saying how. It doesn't matter if you. A lot of times you can hit Alt-Tab and get it to come out of that window. Sometimes Control-Tab will make it go somewhere, or Escape. It's just flat locked up. And the thing is I haven't started my download yet. I was just downloading that torrent, so at least I don't have to start over with all that. I might have to hard shut it down. Okay, I'm going to turn it back on. Oh, I already did. I turned it off and then pretty quickly turned it back on, but I didn't hear it, so I thought it hadn't done anything yet. Okay, we'll watch it boot up. Now, these are not things that happen often. And all at once. I'm just not computing this happening to two machines, twice on one and one on another right in a row when I'm not doing anything that should cause them any trouble. I was looking, I saw something about kernel, and I thought, is that some kernel modules getting loaded, Now, this is not the Lenovo i5. This is the IBM Wood running Fedora 23. Oh, I see it says starting switch root, because I kept seeing that on the other one. I thought, I don't remember, what is it? Is that because of those errors? But I guess not. I don't know what, reach target switch root, starting switch root. I don't know what that is. That's one thing about it's good, and it can kind of be to your detriment. Let's see what we do. Starting a firewall. So many things that work so well without you ever having to understand them. With Windows, all the way from 3.1 to XP, there was so much of the back end of Windows that I had to learn to keep it running, you know. And I like learning that stuff. But with Linux, it really is, I don't know if it's more complicated, but I know the file system is more complicated simply because everybody that's a programmer, they just put the files wherever they think it will work best for their their program or their way of working or whatever. And so that's why I'm always saying, where's this? How do you find that? And once I get it down, they'll change it too. So so with innovation and change comes a never-ending learning curve. Okay. So I got to log in with my regular user. I don't know if I got that right or not. I'm looking at it, trying to type it right. Okay. What was it? Oh, I was saving that. I don't know why, just saying, oh, go ahead, save that. I saved one, and then I said, okay, now save the other one and override. It says you want to override it, but it was different. It wasn't the same file name or anything. So I didn't try to overwrite one that was already still being written. Connection established. Okay. Good thing I put my backup server online. You got to kind of wait. Once it's booted up, it's still not ready to use yet for a little bit. Still got to finish loading stuff. That little blue ball up there, I always look at that and go, what is that? It's called a Conde. Akonadi. 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 It was some kind of KDE something. It doesn't start, but it's there. And it was something, I forget what it was. Why am I sidetracking? It'll open up a window. I know that. I was thinking it would open up a little menu and I could just kind of glance over it. You can start it from there. Oh, yeah, it's like Personal Information Management Framework. I just thought it might be something I would want, and then I turned out that I didn't want it anyway. I don't remember why I installed it. It wasn't something I did at the beginning. It was something I did not too long ago. But now I think I tried to uninstall it, and it was going to uninstall a bunch of stuff that I was afraid I would need. So there's my key. That's why the other day I was saying, why do I have that so wide? So that you can read Checksum. Checksum file extension is a pretty long file extension. Okay, so that was 7:23 a.m. I didn't know it was. Sun's up now. Okay, that one there must be the one I was just trying to. It's 0 byte. Are they supposed to be 0 bytes? Maybe because they're so small. No, there's nothing in there. So that file's no good. I guess it didn't finish downloading. There's the Bit Torrent, the torrent, not Bit Torrent, but but the torrent file for the i386. Okay, that one I need to do again. It got locked up before it ever downloaded it, but I want that to check the other one really doesn't matter. Spins, labs. Anyway, I'll get back into that page, but first let's right click and say open with 64 check or kget. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try. Oh, that was part of that name right there. I guess kget is the only BitTorrent. First time you have run kget, would you like to enable kget as the download manager for Conqueror? I guess I'll say yes. It's going to use Conqueror instead of transfer group my downloads. I don't know if I've ever used this. Is kget BitTorrent manager evidently. Don't know if okay, there it is. It's working. I'll just put it in a different window. Just leave it like that. If I make it big, then it may use more resources. Okay, so it's downloading it, and if I make it big, I can see what's going on. I think there. Yeah. Server Fedora 28, 2.6 gigabytes. Yeah, I've switched it. Actually, I don't mind switching it. I just wanted to be able to read the rest of what's going on. It's trying to tell me something. Oh, it's got downloading ... Okay, so well, I'm kind of worried about this machine handling all that. Okay, so you can see it kind of lags. I guess you can see that. I know everything's blurry. It's normal kind of rattling noise when it's being me talking and all that stuff. Makes it not as noticeable too. But that rattling of the hard drive is not what I'm hearing when I'm trying to go to sleep and it's bugging me. It's either a bearing in the hard drive or it's the fan. That new fan speeding up quite a bit and making just kind of an odd noise that bothers me. I don't know if this will go back. I guess it'll probably try to go back to where it was, the browser. Usually when you hard shut one down, they'll do that. This has turned out to be hours of just trying to get this ISO onto this machine so that in case I wanted to use it, I can. Start new session. I'm going to try restore session because I do want to go back to where I was. At least one of those pages. I want the one with the i386 checksum. That's what I want. I don't know if it's going to work. I clicked on it and it hadn't done anything yet, but this machine's slow. So. Sometimes when you click, I got to where I was never click restore session because it would always cause Firefox to crash a couple of years ago, but I haven't seen that problem. Actually, I don't remember seeing that particular page. It usually just does it. Usually it just opens right back up to where you were. And this should be the same version of Firefox that I'm using on my, my new machine. Actually, this one's set as standalone version, so it's gonna, well, of course it has to get run. Well, no, it should get updated all the time because this is a server and it's always running, so it should always be updated. So it could be a little bit newer than the one on my Fedora 28 system. I don't think it's doing anything though. Let's see. Can't go into history, so it must be still trying. Yeah, having goals is good, but for me, when I have 3 goals at the same time, and I want them all done yesterday, then it gets to what I was trying to do. Yeah, see, I clicked over here on the web browser, but I guess I shouldn't have even opened that browser yet until that was finished. Like I said, I've never even, the last download, I did a couple of downloads I didn't use the Bit Torrent, I used the standard download. And so, I don't use this, I don't use this machine because it's not fast enough to be using it, on the web browser. I mean, there's a lot of apps I could use if I wanted on here, but it's my server and I don't want to bog it down. So if somebody's trying to go to my music website and stuff like that, it doesn't work for them. So of course right now that's not online, it's a backup anyway, so that's okay. But and of course, I don't want to use it because it's like this, it's aggravating. But not for web browsing and downloading and stuff like that. Now there's a lot of things I could do on it. I've done it a little bit when I first built it. Like I could use Audacity and edit audio just fine. Not fast, but it'd do it fine. I'm sitting there looking at this as I wait, and haven't seen that progress change at all, but it's probably just because the screen's not refreshing because it's being overworked. Let's see if I can go back to that window. Okay. Yeah, see that one's all white now. I don't think I can open up the, oh, I don't have that up there. This, okay, yeah, see it's at 89%, so it was still working. I'm just going to sit right here until this is finished. Then I can close this app. Normally, you know, you'd leave them open and share the Bit Torrent, you know, let it seed. But I may close it so that, because I got to get this machine working, you know, get it doing. So all I need now is to download that checksum file. Well, and to use those commands that I had in that window. Oh, I can let Conqueror be the one to do that. If I could close that, I can't even get over there to that window to close it. If I could close the Firefox, I would. But I think the best thing to do is let this finish, because it's still working. Close it, and then see if Firefox will come back to town here. I started to open up that system. Well, that system monitor, it would have just added to more. It does use resources itself. It would have been too much, I think. Normally, I do not just sit there and watch a download ever. I guess never say never. Okay, it says 100%. Let's see. I don't know. This one's not. This is different. Probably going to have to see the whole window. Something just because it's at 100% doesn't mean it's completely finished, though. It says seeding right there, though. Now, transmission tells you how many clients it's seeding to and all that, and when there's none and all that sort of stuff. I'm not going to close it yet because I'm not sure if it's, but if the file's completely written, finished. Wonder if I can right-click and no. I'm going to say, can I go ahead and right-click, and now that I've clicked over there, can I close? I think Firefox is, I should have never clicked, like I said, I should have never clicked restore. I think that's what did me in. I'm going to try to open this up. I don't even have that. Of course, like if I can't get into that window, it doesn't matter, into that desktop. If I had the little icon up here that you can just, you can click on it, and then you click on the app you want to force close. I always do that on my Mate desktop setups. It's not up here, and I definitely can't just go add it now. Okay, I can get to Firefox. I'm going to end it. I'm going to end you. There. That was good. It worked. I'll leave that open now. Maybe it won't. Which one is it? Yeah. K-Syscard. Oh, see, K-Syscard is using 15%. It was 35, now 15%. So I can't leave it running. That's what I thought. Not on this one. Now, I should be okay there. Let's go ahead and open up Crusader. Make sure it looks like, you can tell in Crusader if the file wasn't finished writing. Well, it should say ISO, not part, you know. And where is the file? Did it not go? I think it went somewhere else. I should have. It said something about my something. I guess it really meant it. Let's go over here and see if we can. Open destination. Well, I better close. I don't want too many programs running. It's because it'll open it. I think it's going to open it in. I think it's going to open it in the other file manager. It usually does. We'll see. Unless I have actually got it set up. Yeah, it's using something else. Dolphin. Home. Really? In home downloads. Guess I just couldn't see it. Still don't see it. Well, that's the folder it's supposed to be in. Let's go over here. Oh, we don't need that on full size again. Okay. Now my laptop's getting, oh yeah, I forgot I had the preview plan. Well, I'll check the sound one time before I pause it. Okay, laptop's warming up. Okay, so this is downloads, but it should be, oh, it made its own folder, and it has the checksum. Oh, the torrent does that for you. That's right. So all I have to do is get those commands opened up, and I can run them. Okay, good deal. I like you. Okay, so it's there, 2.6 gigabytes. It's got the checksum. It's there. It's in its folder. That's how come I had it in a folder like that last time. Oh, and the torrent for it, I'm going to move it over there too. Well, not till you close the torrent program. I'm going to head and close this now. Is it still running in the background? Yep. I'm going to quit it. So it won't be working my system. I don't know how much it's worth. Well, I am streaming. I mean, I don't really need any extra bandwidth being used up. Yeah, I'll put those all together. So you see, this is exactly what I did last time in my other machine. Verify your image. And I'm just going to double click on it because I think it opened it up in Conqueror, which actually I think uses a little less resources. Yeah, that's the default in this machine. I had never changed it. How do I verify my image? Okay. First you get your keys, which I've already got. That's that file that I got. Okay, now we got to go copy this. And I'm going to go ahead and open it up in this folder so that it will see it, you know. So I'm going to say, I don't think I have the icon up there. So I'll go to Tools, Start Terminal here. I think I did that a while ago and I couldn't get that window to go down smaller, but that's okay. I just like to show both sides, you know, a lot of the times. I'll just leave it like that. Paste, import the keys. Okay, it's got all the keys for all the different versions, 26, 27, 28, 29. I was trying to look and see where. Oh, I can put it in that folder, I bet. Let's look and see. No, I guess it puts it in a temp folder or something. Okay, now then. Verify. You can verify those keys here, but I've tried looking at that and I couldn't figure it all out. They should be. It's kind of really. It's all talking about developers how to do it. I mean, it really is complicated stuff. As a regular user, I don't think you really need to do that. Now, verify the checksum file is valid. Right there. Okay, now let's run that command. Good signature from 28. This is warning, this is not certified, trusted signature. There's no indication that the signature belongs to the owner. And at first I was worried about that, but I finally realized that's their own key, just like when you do one on your machine, and it's not registered with the registering authority or whatever. So, okay, now then, checksum should be of a good signature from one of the following keys, 26, 27, 28, and it had 28. See. Good signature from 28. FedoraProject.org. Now, if it said something different than Fedora and all that, then yeah, I would stop. Now that you have the checksum verified, check that the image matches. Copy text. If the output states that it's valid, then you're ready to use the ISO. It's going to check them for all of them, not just the one you just downloaded. So you got to pay attention in there. And I was looking at my preview over there, and I was like, that's not what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I paused my preview a long time ago. Still hasn't cooled. It's still working hard. It still hasn't cooled off. You know, I could do something. If you shut the lid on that Dell 6000, it goes to sleep. I may try that, and then I think it'll just wake up and try to do what it was doing before. Yeah, now it's back to normal. I'm going to try that. Because either that or I'm probably going to have to reboot it. We'll see if that makes it go to sleep and cool off for a while. Let's see. I think it's still working. Yeah, fan quit running so hard, so it's asleep. It gets rather loud when it's working hard like that. Okay, it's still working. It hasn't come back yet with its report. This is an SHA-256 sum. Well, that's the command, SHA-256 sum space -C space asterisk dot checksum with all caps. I don't ever even read that stuff. I just copy it and paste it. So that's another reason. Well, I know I don't have much hope at all of remembering that stuff. And when anything longer than just a few, if it's a common name of an app that I use all the time, like, you know, DNF install, all I can think of right now is Anaconda, but that's the installer app. But what I can't even think. Crusader, you know, then I can remember that. But when it gets all beyond anything like that, my brain can't do it. Never has been able to. So we get this thing figured out. Now that I'm finally up and going, I'm probably going to have to take a break before long. But kind of wonder if my backup. I just remember my ASRock's running with the backup stream over there. Kind of wonder if it's doing okay. But I hate to get off and then, not that you can really see this. Okay, I think it's done anyway, though. Let's see. Oh, okay. I think it dumped a whole lot of output there. When you roll the mouse wheel, instead of moving up and down, it makes different commands. Your last commands you ran come up. Okay. Can't even see where to grab the thing on the side. Well, let's just try to read the latest output. Oh, that is the whole input. Okay. It's not going to roll up and down. Checksum. Okay. I'm trying to. Good signature from Fedora 28. Oh, that's that. Okay. Key is not certified. The fingerprints. Okay, primary key fingerprint. So-and-so, so-and-so. Fedora Server, i386. Oh, that's the directory I'm in. SSA checksum. Fedora Server. DVD i386 is okay. Okay. Net install i386 NOSA i386 28.1.1 ISO. Oh, net install. Yeah, I didn't download net install. I didn't even see it. I actually would prefer to have that. I did not see that. That is actually, I wondered if it had one. Fedora Server net install i386. I want to try to go back to that download page and see if it's possible to get that. Because what it probably won't have it, but what I would like is, with the net install, I'm wondering if you might be able to not only install the server, that headless server, because that's all you're going to get is a headless server, and then you have to get in the command line to install, desktops and stuff, and I had to install, I remember I did mate first, then I had to go to edit some files to make it actually work and all this stuff. It was real hard. I had to do some research, quite a bit of research to find out how to do it. And yeah, and it says the net install failed to open or read. Yeah, because it's not there. And then it says 19 lines are improperly formatted. One listed line could not be read. I don't know why that, but okay. So that one I have though is good. But I was already thinking the DVD one is not my preferred one. So if I can get Firefox to work, maybe with nothing else running, close Crusader 2. This time I won't hit the restore button. Try to use I saved the bookmarks of those pages so I can get back there from the bookmarks. Yeah, my next thing is actually a big deal, hardware work, so I'm gonna have to be lucky to even go look at what I want to look at right this minute before I have to run and take a break. Okay, now I'm gonna try opening the laptop. Oh, it said when I first opened it, it said, well, it always says Power Manager didn't work right, but it says, I don't know, some kind of error that actually nothing's actually wrong with anything that matters. But it said disconnected for a minute, and then it said connecting right away. So it should be playing right now. Well, I just heard myself not from right now. I don't see what's going on right now, but I guess I should reload it then. That looks pretty. I think what it did is it started back up where it left off. So now let's go ahead and just I'll hit start a new session first so that it won't, maybe it won't lock up on me when I try to go where I want to go. Okay, so far so good. No thank you. It keeps asking that same thing over and over. So whatever it is, I'll be so mad I don't want it, even if I wanted it to start with, just because it keeps popping up there. Firefox and add-ons, torrent server, yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're back to where we're at now, or close to it anyway. Still a little bit behind. Okay. Now, I've copied and pasted. Yeah, it's not on that page. Maybe there's more than one page. But that particular ISO that was listed in the checksum file, that's, well, let's try, see if there's like a slightly different variation or something. Fedora Server net install. Let's see if see how many net installs there are on there. None. Well, why is it in there if they're not making it available? Fedora Server, AA-Arch 64, ARM HFP 28, the one I downloaded, the DVD, the PPC, DVD PPC, DVD S390, DVD x86 64. So, now we're in the betas. It says Bit Torrent. And unless it was a Fedora 27, well, it still should have shown up because I just copied it. Okay, so it's not on that page. So maybe there's another page somewhere. I don't know, but I'm not going to go into it anymore now. Okay, so I have that. And actually, that's what I need to go ahead and do, because I can't do it once I unplug the hard drive. That's why I've been going around and around trying to do this. Okay, so first I'm going to plug in, the one I erased. Well, first, you know those files that I copied on here? I'm going to copy them onto this drive here, this server's drive. Because I'm not going to be erasing the drive. I'm going to be putting another hard drive in there. And first I just wanted to get this one unplugged. Well, I thought I'd put another drive in there, but I want to get it, it mounted up just fine. But first I want to just see if the noise is coming, that noise that's bugging me. Let's see if I can figure out. Now that I'm using the thing, it's really not making that much noise. Just like when you want it to, it doesn't, and when you don't want it to, when you're trying to go to sleep, it does. I think I hear it more over there. Well, I guess it's quieter, I'm not doing anything, and I don't have any other machines running. But 1.4, that's actually not the one that's got the files. Anaconda. There. Where's my little... Oh, that's not the drive where it was. It's the Anaconda. Was that where I was? Anaconda V. There they are. Public RSA keys. Copy. Because that is the only, like renamed and ready to use copies I have. There we go. Okay, now. Yeah, this other one is the booting. It's a different Anaconda partition on here. And the U3 system. I'm trying to think how I can do this. I'm getting to where I can't. I'm not going to be able to wait long enough. Well, it takes a little while to write this, and since you can't really see what I'm doing, I'll get it started, go take a break, and then come back. I guess I'll have to stop the stream. Okay, yeah, and this is Fedora, so it's going to rewrite it, so I don't have to. I was thinking I needed to delete the files and stuff, but that won't be of any use. So, anything that'll be of any use is just knowing where that is. 2.6 gigabytes. That won't fit on there. That won't fit on there. These are only 1.9 gigabytes of usable space, 2 gigabyte USB sticks. All right. Why did I not remember that? Well, because normally I don't pick that big of a thing to use. Well, I can't wait any longer, so I guess I'll take it out of there. Yeah, there's no using it. Oh, it's not mounted. Yeah, in here. Yeah, see, the ones I had on there were not the DVD versions. Well, so I made another mistake, didn't I? Got the wrong. I didn't notice the size and think. I've got to go take a break. Gosh. Maybe everybody would love for me to take a break. All right. I've also got that backup stream going. It's going to take over, start streaming. So, I guess what I should do is go over there and stop it first so that it won't do that. And then I'll do that. Okay, so let's see. OBS is fine. Maybe staying off the window fixes that problem, or of it freezing up, or maybe I haven't really ran any more. I don't know. I might have ran updates once or twice, but there's still a bunch right now that it needs that I could do, but I haven't done it. Maybe well, I'm going to say maybe OBS got updated, but I didn't run any updates lately. I kept running them thinking maybe it would fix that, but well, that's good. I mean, whatever the reason is. So I'm shutting down the AS Rock, and you know, I might turn it back on again. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, I need to just take my break. So I'm gonna go, and I'll come back. I'm planning on coming back because I really want to get this done, but I got to figure out. I only have, excuse me, two of these USB sticks. They're 1.9 gigabytes, and then I have the 32 gigabyte SD card, but it has my easy to boot on it. And if I do the Fedora on it, it will erase all that stuff. And some of that still works that I really need to use, you know. So now I'm stuck there. I could burn a DVD. I guess that's what I did last time. That's not a DVD writer over there, though. I've got one on here on the Lenovo i5. Okay, well, I got to go. I'll come back once and I'll figure it out. All right, bye.